Okay, we are watching some Italian league today, and it is Allianz Milano versus Piacenza. And I've been wanting to watch both teams for a bit, so this is kind of a good combination to watch both. You got Recine, the Italian outside, Reggers, the German right side, as far as I remember. Gilkrilling, Brazilian setter. He'll dish it around. He's a gunslinger. Porro, he was the setter for Milano last year, but now he's playing for Piacenza. I assume he's making more money, and he's probably got a better chance of winning with them too. But I don't know. Honestly, they haven't done anything crazy that I know of. Bunch of Italian fellas, Guiterrez, and then Bovalenta, young Italian right side, I believe. But yeah, should be good. Let's get it. And actually, let me check one thing real quick. Did Simone play? Let's see. Might not have played. We'll see. We'll find out. We will find out. The names are messed up sometimes, so he might have played. Who knows? What a serve from Porro to start off, though. Just absolutely rips it. Wow. And look at how flat that serve is, too. Like, that's a beautiful, beautiful serve. Wow. Goes after it again, cuts it a little bit on that one. Reggers, ooh. And that is Mandirachi. It's a good block move here. It really is. But I see this happen a lot. I saw this last night in our game. And outsides need to learn how to shape the block towards the center of the court just as much as middles do, because if not, then you're just like, this ends up being a tool instead of a block, or like finishing the block downwards, so that turns into a block instead of a tool. Good pass. Bang. Bovalenta. He's fun. He's got an interesting approach too. Gets real far down and then jumps up. He's not flying by any means, but he's got a great arm swing. So I think that really pushes him past a lot of people. Oh gosh. All right, let's see here. And this right here is Recine. He's really small compared to everybody, but he's super jumpy. He might have actually been on Piacenza last year, so maybe there was some sort of trade. I don't know. Love it. I love how he just lets it travel to his left side here and then get outside the block. Beautiful. Oh, goodness. I might have water in my ear right now. I don't even know. Reggers takes the free ball, uses the middle. But it looks like he just gets jammed here. And this is why you want to have space from the net, because you see how he kind of just looks like he's jammed. Like, he's jammed there. He doesn't have enough space to, like, swing through and have a loose arm swing. And that takes some of his control and, of course, some of his power away as well. This serve. Spinner. Pops it high. That'll happen. Puts it high to the outside. And I would say here, two things here. One offense, one defense here. For Guiterrez, he could definitely kick himself out more to the left and get more of an angle, because approaching like this, like where he's facing that line. Like, he's going to that line. There's pretty much no doubt in my mind about that. And then Reggers, I think Reggers should see that better and close that line a little bit more. But good swing by... Actually, no, it's out of bounds. But yeah, like, if this is his only option, is going down the line, and that's against Reggers, a very, very big blocker, then he's kind of at a big disadvantage here. So kick out more, get a good angle, have that deep corner available so that he can hit that, out of bounds. Good pass this time. Let's see. Back to Bovalenta. Ooh, he might have gotten blocked. Good move by the middle. Quick. Finishes his hands really quickly here. Look at how quick his footwork is here. It's small steps, quick footwork, but then immediately pressing over the net reaching towards the ball. And then look at how he finishes the block. Look at how he finishes his hands a little bit towards the middle and forward. You know, that's it right there. And that'll lessen your chances of getting tooled, I would say. Recine, what a good swing. And he's got to get at his peak every time. Like, he's small like that. So, of course, he needs to max out his ability every single time, or else he's going to, get blocked too much or this and that. Who's this kid? Recine. I assume he's an Italian fella. I don't know. Porro getting a little faked out, trying to help with the middle. He got faked out. Porro's fun. He's an undersized setter. He's young, but he runs a really great offense, man. And yeah, you see this right now. Again, he's small. He's an undersized setter at this level, I guess you could say. Both of them are, but that's why he's attacking that he's attacking him as a help blocker, And so if he has to jump here and here, then he's very small. He's not going to be able to help much there. And then if he's helping there, then he's going to be much worse on the outside too. So, phenomenal choice by Gil Krilling. I think he's a great setter. He jumps. No fake out there because it doesn't look like he pulls his elbow back and fakes a swing. Reggers getting blocked again. Oof, hello. Good run, good tip. Let's see what happens here. Misconnection, that'll happen. Porro peels off, but you want to just run through that ball if possible. Like, you want to keep your footwork and run through that ball if possible. Let's see. Spinner. Overpass. Out. There. Porro. That ball looks a little bit slow, but he takes care of it really well there. This is Mondarachi. I don't know if I've ever seen Mondarachi play. I don't know where he was playing before. Looks like a very good athlete. Can't tell if he went over or field goal or what, but that'll work. Porro ripping again. And he's, I really like these serves from Porro because he's just adding a little extra cut to it and going to that deep corner to give himself space so that he can rip it as hard as possible. I really like that serve. And then Recine just being smart, pressing it into the block, keeping a hold of it too. Like, you see how he keeps control of that ball through the contact of the block and then pushes it over the net, Like, it's not like a tip into the block. It's a hold it until what he wants to do is done, Really nice serve, right in the seam. Yeah. And you want to just have Guiterrez be as strong as he can in that seam. Like right here, how this libero is able to cover a good amount of space here, jump over. He's covering a lot of space there. Bang, dimes it. Over top. Perfect pass, man. Like, there's going to be a lot of just kills after kills if they're in the system like that, Spin to float, really nice. Honestly, really nice spin to float. Contacts it high. Look at that, man. That's really nice. Contacts it high. Gets really good contact on it. It's flat. And it's still on his platform, but it's still pretty good pace on it. That's really nice. And it looks like on this ball, on this semi-insistent ball, Porro is kind of, hanging it up there a little bit more. But it looks like his hitters are getting caught going early here and hitting the ball on the way down. See how he's hitting the ball on the way down there? He's just got to be patient. If you know that the connection is going to be, oh, okay, this gets pushed off. We slow down the tempo a little bit. Like, that ball's pretty high. That ball's up there. You want to just be patient back here and right here. Just be patient, wait, and then go get the ball instead of being early like this. Still takes a good high rip instead of making some sort of an error. But if you're going to go off the hands like that, try to go off of this hand to go down the line or deep corner so that it's not straight to the 6 like this. Because he's playing defense there. Like if you're going off the hands, it's got to be some sort of an angle or corner so that the 6 spot isn't getting it. Wow. That's a beautiful swing. And Racine's early there, but he still just stays high. And honestly, him being early messed with the block, and then he just takes a perfect ball to the corner there. That's what I'm talking about, man. Perfect to the corner. If it hits the hands, it's more difficult for the 6 spot to get, and if it doesn't hit the hands, then it's a kill. So, really nice ball. That's OT, out of bounds. Okay. Spinner, good rip by Gil Krilling. I don't remember what his actual name is, but I don't know. They have a nickname for him. That's what I mean. No, that's a better rip though. That's good tempo. He's on time. He's hitting the ball right at his peak, it looks like, yeah. And then he's starting to go down. Really nice. He's got range. Bang. Ripping it. Really nice. This middle. Where's he from? He must be Italian. Pretty fast tempo here to the right side. Well, to the outside, but it's row 1, so you get it. They go pretty quick. And with an undersized guy like this, like, you might as well go quick. If a super high pass like that too, might as well, man. And then another thing with that fast tempo, if he's comfortable with it anyways, is it gives that defense less time to react and read the set, because if the ball's in the air a ton, as I'm able to just like break it down, I can see, oh, okay, ball's low, he's about to tip, boom, I'm paused here, okay? But if it's quick like that, it's really hard to react quick enough to go get that ball, So, yeah, the faster tempo you can get comfortable with, that's phenomenal. But there's definitely a limit to that with everybody. And with me, I don't have the fastest arm swing, so there's a big limit to that for me. That's a beautiful, beautiful serve right there. Look at how he tosses it to his right on his right shoulder, but then opens himself up really well, and then just finishes his contact toward where he's serving. That is a beautiful, beautiful serve. One more time for you. Bang. Beautiful. Ace all day. That's going to get an ace for you all day. And then he goes for that seam. Misses it right on top of the tape. Fair enough. Good pass by the middle. Ooh, good help by Reggers. Or that's not Reggers. That's Recine or something like that. Kaneshi. They're switching some folks around, I think. Beautiful help. And I assume that he cheats over like this and is helping in the middle because this is a slower tempo on the D ball, I would believe. But that's a beautiful help. Wait, why did they get the point? Oh, it snuck under. Phenomenal help, though. Phenomenal help. It just snuck right underneath. That's crazy. Wow. Spin. Good pass. Let's see. Back to Reggers. Yep. And I mean, this is a great tempo with Reggers here too. Like, it forces this blocker to move pretty fast, and he's able to take a swing before he's able to close that line, and then just rip it quickly down that line too. Like, that's really nice. Really nice, really nice. Spin. Good pass. It's good enough pass. Yeah. Nice. Bovalenta. Really nice swing to the deep corner. And yeah, I mean, seeing that ball with Reggers there, it makes you think kind of decision making when that ball is perfect, that outside is going to struggle to close that line. But then semi-in system and auto system, it's going to be much easier for them to close the line, so that deep corner is going to be more available in that scenario, So, in system, try and blast it down that line off the back row right side. But out of system, maybe not. Oof. He just gets caught. He just gets caught reading and moving early, and then bang. It's a really nice ball, though. It's a really nice set. Perfect to his peak. Wow, that's perfect. And, I think he is someone that does really well at that. Working with, Brazil's middles, I think he does a really good job hitting the middles at their peak without, oversetting them. Good choice for this outside. I like this. Especially against an undersized blocker like that. Doing something quick, it's going to give that defense very little time to react. And, just playing short court or something like that. If you're taller than him, it's going to be easier to score on him, Beautiful serve. I want to see where he lands. Look at where he lands. He's landing 10 feet into the court there. That's incredible. That's cool. All right, let's see. And that's a block, man. And that's a better move. He starts moving pretty late, honestly. That ball's almost at its peak. And he's just now starting to move that way. But who cares? He seals that right hand really well. Presses his hands right when he's about to get hit. He just adds just a little bit to his hands. Bang, that ball goes down. It's okay to be late. It's okay to not close here and there sometimes, in system it's okay to not close every single time. But you just need to make good moves and not be wrong. Good swing off the hands. Good recycle. Ball's up. Going out of system again. Yep. And again, I don't know. This isn't, always necessary, I guess. But out of system, if you get a soft block on the line, go for the cross. See if the cross is available. See if you can score on the cross next time. Let's see who he goes off of. Yeah, he goes off of Guiterrez there. And challenging the third blocker is always a great idea anyways. Because, I don't know, the outside usually isn't going to be able to press as well as a middle would be, or a right side when he's just standing there, So, all right, let's see. Reverse flow. Yeah, and this is another one of those problems that I have with someone with a right side who starts their approach from really far out, is when that ball dies inside, you're just forced to that cross. Good recycle, though. Good cover. Oh, my gosh. Good defense. And you see that hop. You see that hop back here by Recine. Such a good defensive move. He's in the air completely. Completely in the air. He can be this high in the air because he's very light on his feet, But a bigger guy would need to make a much smaller little hop step. But he's able to, and then just move towards that ball really well. Pop it up. Ball's still alive. Let's go. Let's go. Gil Krilling taking a nice swing here. And I like this read by Poro. Maybe it's not his ball. Maybe, we want the middle to take that ball or the libero. No. Take the ball. Don't take any risks. Just go for the ball. Did he even get that recycle there? Huh. Yeah, got the block recycled. Poro going to the outside. Guiterrez finding a way to score there. Really nice angle. After a long rally too, that's a great angle to take. Good hands, sacrificing himself for his team, giving it to Poro, letting him run the offense. Gosh, he just rips it every time, man. Look at that shoulder mobility, man. Look at that shoulder mobility. That's ridiculous. Wow. He's got a loose shoulder. That's something I need to work on, man. Loose shoulder. Spin to float action from Reggers. And this is not his game, but it's beautiful. This isn't something that I don't know if I've really seen much from him, but it's a beautiful spin to float. And of course, they're expecting an absolute bomb. So when they see the spin to float, it obviously gets him off rhythm a bit. Gets an overpass. Porro cleaning up the mess, though. He might have gotten net, though. Yeah, he got net. Still pretty sweet. And again, like, it's that change of pace. They're locked in, ready for a huge spin, and then he just drops it short. And, like, you see here, you see here he's taking a pretty big approach, and then once he gets here, then you kind of start to see, okay, he's calming down, he's going to spin to float. But it's still like weird and tough to adjust to when it just drops short sometimes, Reggers going cross there. Beautiful swing. Beautiful dig by Bovalenta. And then they're setting him, giving him the ball. Wow. Beautiful run. Straight in the seam. Bang. That's crazy. Good for him. What a dig. He's just calm. He's not freaking out. He's ready to get hit. And just scoops. Beautiful. Gosh, perfect set by Porro, too. Perfect set. And this, like, I think he's so calm and ready to just hit a window and not freak out or do anything. He's calm. He's ready to just put up a perfect ball and trust that his hitters can take care of the rest, Out of bounds. Good run by Reggers, though. Actually, that wasn't Reggers. I'm stupid. I'm silly. Porro. Bang. Huge serve. That's beautiful. He's got the flatness of his serve down to a T, man. It might be out. It looks out to me, but I can't tell. I guess it was in. Big serve by Porro to finish it off, too. Again, he's like a smaller guy like him. Obviously, he is rising up pretty well, but he's just going after that deep corner because he can rip it with as much power as he wants because he has so much more space, Beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh, tip. Yeah. And again, that's another ball where it's just like hit your window, let the hitter take care of it. Big serves, man. They're getting their serves going here. You see Gil Krilling doing the same thing that Porro's kind of doing is he's trying to hit that corner as hard as he can because that's his best option, Ooh, is that getting called? No, that's good. That's clean. I like it. Just playing short court. There's a lot of gyms in the USA that play games where it's like, okay, you can only score on a throw or a tip or whatever. And I saw a clip of a Russian team doing it too. It's a very important skill to have because when that set is missed, when that window is missed, you want to be able to score still. Bang, just stays high, goes OT. Fair enough. It's a lanky fellow. Good by Guiterrez, good pass, good take. In system to that deep corner too. Beautiful. And he gets up so high. And he's also got a great arm swing too. He's just a very explosive player in general. Chops it. Tight pass, Gil Krilling going back to Reggers. Beautiful. Wow. That's a really nice set. And, it seems like he almost sacrifices a little bit of height just to make sure it gets all the way out to Reggers' right shoulder. But it works out perfectly. Reggers has a quick enough arm swing where he can pick that off perfectly fine. Beautiful run again. Again, Porro doesn't miss windows very often. He's finding windows and just allowing his hitters to do the rest, And, as you're setting, you want to just have that focus to, like, finish your hands to the window. You want to just make sure that it's right where you want it every single time. Gosh, like right here, he's just focused, tuned in, squared up to it, finishes his hands there. Beautiful set. Bang. It's like in basketball, the follow through, man. Beautiful set, beautiful swing. Wow, that's nice stuff. Porro, great serve. He's serving it up now. He's chopping everywhere. He gets his rhythm by going to the corner with his absolute power, swing, but still. Let's see. Chops it a little bit. Kind of a free ball. Guiterrez off the pipe. Oh my goodness. Goodness. Up the pipe for Guiterrez. Wow. That's a really nice swing. Nice, man. Spinner. Good run by Poro, too. Like, great choice. Like, they're watching the middle. Wow. That's a really big move. Again, like, you've seen this multiple times now. Look at how he's closing that cross up with his right hand really well and then finishing his hands. Look at that. Look at that. Obviously, this is a super athletic move. This is a super athletic move where he gets up super high and is able to finish his hands like that. But, man, that's getting him a block. Holy crap. And that's the defense against getting tooled right there, is finishing your hands forward and just adding a little bit of momentum to the ball so that it goes down instead of whatever it has when it hits your hand. It's it, you know? You know what I mean? You want to just add to it so you give it a little direction almost. This is off the hands. Perfect shot. Down the line. Off the hands where they're not going to be, you know? They're not going to be down the line. They're not going to be playing defense back here. He's playing defense right here, obviously. Bang. Really nice. You know, maybe that libero should get deeper, maybe try and get the hands there, but it's a pretty tough ask because then what happens with the tip, you know? Bang. Really nice. All right. Wow. Another great run on the pipe. You know, and you see him kind of, he's doing some body language stuff to try and make it seem like he's setting the middle. But still, he just finishes really clean with his hands to wherever he ends up setting. Yeah, big serve. Aesthetic. Where's he from? Hill Curling trying to run the pipe too now. But he misses the window. Quick hands. Let's go, Poro. Yep. Bovalenta out of bounds. Piacenza only up 4 now, you know, whatever. That's still fine. And again, same thing like I was just talking about, you know, being able to adjust when that set is missed and still put pressure on, find a way to score. Obviously, this is kind of a weird ball, which maybe should have been picked up by Recine, but it's putting pressure on nonetheless. Deep out of system here. Chops it into the hands. Chops it. And this is why I've said in the past, if you're going to try to go for a recycle, maybe wait in the air for a little bit so that these guys are on their way down so that they can't press as much. And then also, that could possibly happen too. You know? Just saying. Ooh, hello. If that's a miss, then that's a pretty good miss. Dang, man. It's a good run, good attempt by Poro. He had a double block in front of him for it, but still a good attempt. Wow. This guy's going off with the float. Dang. Ooh, ball's still up. And then he's getting a dig here. Who is he? Di Martino. Reggers, good turn. Chooses to put a free ball over. He probably could have taken a swing. But patience pays off, man. Patience pays off. Like, you don't always have to be a hero. Trust that you guys can maybe get a block or get a dig and then get another chance. Good block move. Look at the hand, shaping it, reaching into the seam, and then finishing his hands towards the middle. Again, same thing. Shaping the block. Shaping the block is big for this game here. Lots of good opportunities to see that. Ooh, see a ball. That one's going to need to fix the antenna. Floater. And now it's tied up. Man. Wow. That was quick. That was very quick. Guiterrez running it down the line. Getting a kill. Big serve. And I really like his serve from the 5. You know, I think he's got the range back there. I think he's got a great arm swing. He's athletic. Takes a rip into the seam, too. And whose seam is that? You know, maybe the libero, maybe him. It's hard to tell because that ball's kind of just straight on. At that point, right in that seam, there's not really much cut going on. It's just what's going on, you know. What do y'all think? Let's see. From the corner. Yeah, I doubt that was behind the pin. From the corner to there. No, I just doubt it. I doubt it. But still a good hustle. Play it out just in case. Force the refs to make some sort of decision. Bang. Yeah. That's a pretty good block. It's tough. It's just a really nice swing. It's unlucky. Maybe just slightly pressed late. That's tough. Ball don't lie. Spinner. Great swing. And again, I've said in the past, but if you're running that gap or that wide or the 3-ball, whatever you're calling it, be ready to swing down that line. Like, I think that's a really nice swing. And I think it's rare for the blocker to take that away, I don't know. Just have range. Have range on those attacks. Have range on all your attacks, honestly. He's late again. And being late is especially okay if you're really tall, because him being late and being forced to jump a foot off the ground, he's still got his hands a decent bit above the net because he's so tall. He's a big dude. So he's really got the luxury of being okay to be late and then just getting a nice block. As long as his hands are in the right spot and he's pressed well, stuff can happen. Stuff can happen. And if Reggers swings higher there and goes on this blocker's hands, then it's a soft touch instead, Yeah, going off the hands of that line guy down the line there. Really nice. Over the outside. Ooh. Whoa, weird stuff. Quick problem solving though by Guiterrez. Yeah, just setting him up, not wasting any time, and then getting a really nice swing there. Really nice angle. Rising up, taking it down sharp down to that 4. Big serves by Pora. Pora's got multiple aces now. Big server here. Whew, barely missed that one. Ooh. Oh, wow. Sending a big free ball over. Yeah, and even if it turns into this, where you're just kind of throwing it down quick, there, it's nice. Especially front row setter, because he's going to be watching that setter dump. Which, I don't know. Honestly, with gill curling, you kind of want to bait him into doing the setter dump because his setter dump isn't that great. He's not a big setter, so. Ooh, nice. Same deal. Swinging to that line. A lot of people try to dive in the 5, and it just gets opened. It just gets opened a lot, Let's see. Good grab by Bovalenta. Gill curling back to Recine. Yeah, and with a hitter like him, with a hitter like Recine, force him to beat you high. Press really well, seal that low ball on the tape, and force him to beat you high. Because if you're sealed down here, you're taking away a lot of his swings, a lot of what's natural and desired by him in a sense. Over the top, beautiful run. I mean, this is the pressure that a pass puts on the blockers is everyone's committing, commit. He's pretty much committing on the middle. Yep, he is committing on the middle. Bang, nobody. Like, with a perfect pass, the blockers are outnumbered, man. The blockers are very much outnumbered. Sometimes even 5-1 if there's a front row setter. So, let's see, tip. It's a good choice, man. It's a really nice choice. Just that small touch stuff. And just understanding the game to know where certain space is getting opened up. Like, if you're playing standing short court, 2v2 standing short court, it's about where space opens up and being able to get it to that space, Like, this is what I'm talking about, is I mean, I guess he's sitting there, but it still hits him at like the shoulders, it looks like. So just bait him into that even more, you know? Bait him to beat you short. In the same way that Recine, when you're blocking against him, you want to try and tell him to beat you high. Same way with Gil Krilling and his setter dump is tell him to beat you short and like be able to just throw it straight down, you know, because I don't think he can. I really don't think he can. Good patience, keeps that ball in front of him. Really nice swing. All right, let's see here. Spinner. Nope. Spin to float. Kind of a high one. Yeah, you don't want to give him this much time on the spin to float unless you're going short, you know, but then he wouldn't have as much time. So, yeah. Good dig. Really nice dig. Yeah, a little freak out from Gil Krilling. He gets a little energetic here and then doesn't make a move to the ball. Yeah, stuff happens. Let's see. Outside, bang, thrown into the block. Quick stuff, short court stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's a terrible set. I think it looks like Guiterrez is just waiting at 20 feet because he wants to take a big swing from off the net. But that's not what the out of system plan is these days, you know? Yeah, luckily he gets a nice block. Doesn't panic, doesn't go for a stupid kill. Tips it over and gets a block instead. Good serve. You know, it's a good choice to go on Reggers too. Even if it's not his most powerful serve, it's still good. But then Reggers is just he's a beast, man. He's a beast. I feel like he's the older version of Bovalenta, you know? Older, possibly more physical version of Bovalenta. Nice. Good grab. And I mean, again, tall blocker makes it easier for him to cover space up top when he's not, you know, jumping as high as possible. Nice read with the hands, presses well, gets a nice block there. Floater. Yeah, you don't want to bring it down, man. Don't give him any chance. Don't give him any chance of getting you. What happened here? Spin. Ace. Yeah, it's an ace. Just right in the seam. I mean, a ball like this again, it just confuses the seam because it's not cutting anywhere. Really nice. Spinner, nope. Not today, kid. Reggers. Spin to float. I really like his spin to float right now. I mean, I do think that because of how big his normal serve is, there's a bigger contrast between his real serve and his spin to float. So it kind of like is a bigger change up in a sense for these passers, but still. And this guy's just got to be patient here. If he's patient and okay with being late, like he just got a block when he was late on Bovalenta here, so he's just got to be patient, not jump too much, because if he's just a little bit higher here, he gets like if he's there instead of there on contact, he gets that block. So just a little bit of patience, and he could have gotten that block, I'd say. Nope. Spinner, Reggers, big serve, out of system here. Reverse flow to Bovalenta. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, out of system like this, going to the right side, it's a tough angle because the only option he has, because he's coming at somewhat of an angle and it's not, you know, too far in front of him or whatever, is cross. And that middle just does a really good job of sealing that high cross and taking away that deep corner of his. Nice. Got a few people. Bovalenta just going wide on him. And I mean, I don't mind that choice because Recine is a guy that's gonna thrive off of angles, you know. So good choice, fair enough. Force him to bait him into going to the 6th spot deep, you know. Not a bad choice at all. Big tomato system here. Spin, chops it to the 1 spot, takes the setter out. Fair enough, good choice. And then good choice by Guiterrez though. Smaller setter, going for that deep corner. Force them to play defense around that. It's their weak link. Go for it, you know. Bang. Yup, all day. Hello. Holy crap. Great angle. That's a beautiful angle. Holy crap. Spinner. Bang. Hello. Good pass. It's a really nice pass. And although it takes him out and it's just 3v3 now, it's still going to be at least, you know, somewhat solo blocks almost. Good block move by that middle though. Wow. Again, he's you know, I really like the block moves that he's making, you know. He might be jumping here and there, you know, maybe being late a decent amount, but you see how quick his footwork is because he's decided, okay, I'm okay with being late. I'll just speed up my footwork, speed up the decision. And I mean, he's big, so he can get away with it very well. Very nice. Spinner. Nope. In the net. We got 14-10 in the third here. Spinner. Let's see. Yep. Oh. Recine. Goes for that sharp angle. And I mean, I feel like this is one of those balls where he could just let it keep traveling and then just grab it out here with his left arm. Like, if he just tips it with his left arm right here or something, all day. But goes for the angle instead, which is fair. Probably would have scored if it got through. I don't know if it would have got through though. That's the issue. I mean, he's going against a block that's way bigger than him. You know, he's got to be creative. He's got to find ways to score. But that's his game. That's what he's used to. So, out of system for Reggers. Let's see here. Okay. I think that might have been touched. Hard to tell, but I think he touched it, yeah. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, it looks like he was just early or missed window, maybe. It looks like maybe he just didn't get his feet to the ball, and the ball went a little further than he expected, and then he's swinging outside his body there, you know. Let's see. Oh, good chop. Wow. And, you know, again, like, him taking this big of an angle doesn't take away his line shot as long as he's creative on how he does it, you know. Really nice swing. Whoa, Guiterrez. Take it easy. Don't get hurt. Yeah, let's see. Spin, good swing. Bovalenta out of bounds. 19-13 for Piacenza. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. They're just running away with this. They're getting big serves, and then they're working well in transition, usually. Good swing, though. That was a weird one. It's almost like a floater, like a purposeful floater. I've never seen someone spin to float one of these swings on purpose, it looks like. That's crazy. Hey, good for him. That's actually pretty impressive because he's going to the spot that he wants still, you know. Ooh, yeah, off the hands. Yeah, Bovalenta just rips, man. It's really good stuff. All right, we got 21-14. Looks like game's about to be over. Gil Krilling, bang. Good take. Let's see. Yep, quick. They're getting quick arm swings here. Quick arm swings, getting it to the angle before that blocker can be fully up. Because if they're fully up, like let's say it's a full commit, a middle like this, his shoulders are at the net. He's taking away everything. So something like this, you just gotta be quick. Go to a good angle really quickly. Nope, misserve Reggers. Sorry, bud. Spin to float. Spin to float for Poro. Ugh. And Gil Curling he's known for cheeky stuff where he sets the middle off the platform, stuff like that. And he's able to fake out that middle just because he's known for that stuff. Like, he's just got that reputation, Good take. Get him. Bang. Again, same deal. This is pretty much a full commit. And you just got to sneak it around him. It might not be a cool, big swing, whatever. It's a point. It's a kill. So 22-16, chops it short. Bang. Interesting little take there, but it works. Bang. Down that line. Quick to an angle. And again, it's just like these middles are never swinging to the 6. If they swing to the 6, they're getting blocked. But they're never swinging to the 6. They don't get caught doing that. It's going to be a big triple. Ooh, good read. He knows that if he sets the outside, then he's going to have time because he's going to have to launch it real high. I mean, Gil Curling, he's a gunslinger, but still. It's just not worth that, Bang. Out of bounds, inbounds, I'm not sure. Ooh, just out of bounds. Wow. That's honestly, I respect him for going for that, though. Guiterrez, he's a guy he likes to go for it. Yeah, that's OT. Gosh, yeah, he's up there. Holy, wow. He is up there, man. Was that touched? Yeah, touched off the block. That's crazy. That's a huge swing. I mean, I want to see the approach he takes here. Like, this is the one that he was expecting, I guess, where he can take a full swing and take a crazy big approach. Rip it off the hands, I guess. But again, like, real quick, he's swinging off the hands. He's swinging super deep. But he's swinging deep to the corner or deep to the line if he's going for hands or going off for like a high ball. He's not going to the 6 because that's where the 6-spot defender is going to be. Whatever. Great game. Thanks for watching, guys.